seriously scary horror movies be like? By Worms, let's tap in.
The month is October, and it's filled with many things. Leaves falling, pumpkin patches, pumpkin spice, pumpkin carvings. Man, I never really realized how full of pumpkin.
Are y'all big Halloween fans? Like, if you like, when y'all become active watchers of this channel, you're gonna notice we're gonna be reacting to a lot of horror related things, and mainly because Halloween aside, I do like that time period. Like, it's just something about the fall that is very good to me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too hot, it's not too cold. You get Halloween, you get candy, you get, you know what I'm saying, fucking pumpkin spice lattes. If you're into that shit, I'm not. I hate coffee, but it's just like, I love the fall. Just something about that time period is just like so good.
Begins the month of October. However, as you know, October's highlight is always fear. And there's no better way mankind could celebrate that than horror movies. Over the years, horror movies have come in all shapes and sizes. Goofy, gory, thrilling. But the ones I'll be talking about today are the ones that were meant for Halloween. Y'all saw the title, seriously scary horror movies. The type of horror movies that even to this day make you poop your pants of fear. If you're on a date, do not take them to go see this one, because even you will be hiding behind that pillow.
I'm not gonna lie, and this may just be my own personal like take or personal opinion. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't, but I believe a horror movie on a first date is one of the best dates you could ever do. That shit is compy. You want an easy way to break the touch barrier? Horror movie. She's scared. She's gonna hug you. Easiest thing you could do. And some people, don't get me wrong, some people don't like horror movie dates. Most people don't like movie dates in general, because when you're there, you're like, it's both of y'all obviously together, but y'all focused on one thing. Like, you're not really learning that person. You're not really getting a chance to talk to you know what I'm saying, get the vibe from each other. But me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with a movie being a first date, especially if it's a horror movie. Like, that literally it gives you a chance to get close because you're bonded in fear. Like, that fear attachment is a real thing. That shit is like, you want an easy way in, put on a horror movie. You don't even gotta fucking like horror. You don't even gotta watch the shit. Like,
right behind them. You think I'm gonna protect you from that? Man, fuck no. Without further ado, let's go. The two things you never want to see in horror movies is creepy ass kids and motherfucker smiling. In Smile, we see Dr. Rose Cotter, and she's a psychiatrist who's trying to understand this girl, Laura. And, you know, Laura wants to spend $500 to take the easy way out. She explains it's because she's being haunted by people who are constantly smiling.
I will say, the Smile movies, like that whole universe, the concept of it, that shit is genuinely terrifying. Genuinely, because if you haven't seen it, spoiler. If you haven't seen it, what the fuck have you been doing? The movie's been out since 2022. They even dropped the second one. Anyway, let's get into it. The concept of it is a person sees somebody take themselves off the face of the earth in the most sadistic, crazy way, and whole time they're smiling while doing it. And that literally, like that the fact that you've seen that, it's like it puts a parasite of fear in your brain that you just can't escape no matter what. And the thing is, like, it doesn't even take you out instantly. It plays with your logic. It plays with your, you know what I'm saying, your mind, your mental. It puts you in this vulnerable state where you can't trust a single thing around you. You know what I'm saying? And then you're instantly just like in this constant state of panic, constant state of fear. And then once it pushes you to the brink, it literally drives you crazy, that to the point where you're doing shit that you don't even know that you did. And even if you think you did it, it's a chance that you didn't. Like, that shit is literally crazy. And then literally at that point where you're, you know what I'm saying, at that point you're literally begging for it to kill you. At that, like, you're already crazy. The world sees you as crazy. You done did some shit you didn't do. Like, yeah, the whole concept of the shit is just fucked up. It's really, really scary. Really, really scary. Good movies, though.
Like, disturbingly smiling at her. Also, it seems like the Smile people are rage baiting Laura, saying that she's out of time and about to die. Obviously, Dr. Cotter doesn't believe her, considering Laura is a suicidal patient and Rose is a psychiatrist after all, but Laura doesn't take that too well. Fortunately, during their talk, it seems Laura has calmed down. Unfortunately, it is not because Dr. Rose is good at her job. Laura begins to slash her face and boom! Dr. Rose is now seeing.
But let's talk horror movie common sense, because we all know horror movie doesn't have common sense. It doesn't invite it. If horror movies had common sense, there would be no fucking movie. Literally, we know that. But from my logic is, if I was face to face with a person who, you know what I'm saying, they were literally, I'm having a conversation with them, they go quiet, and all of a sudden they just start fucking tripping, and then they're standing still smiling with a piece of glass, I'm turning my back. I'm not about to look at what you, if you plan on taking me out, gang, take me out. I'm calling for the help. I'm calling for the third. I'm not staring at you slice your shit in half. Why would I stare at you slice your shit in half? Genuinely. Why would I do that? Makes no sense.
The same smiling people as Laura. Now, I don't know about any of y'all, but
I'm scared.
this all happened in the first 10 minutes. Watching people murk themselves right in front of me and then give me a timeline to ice someone else out, or I have to myself, I just can't do that. It gets revealed throughout the story that the curse feeds on trauma, and the way they figure this out is because Dr. Rose teams up with her ex-husband, the detective. I remember A-Train was in this movie, but I don't really remember what he does. But if A-Train is getting belt to ass by this curse, what makes you think that I wouldn't? One of the scariest parts of this whole thing is that
I will say her boyfriend was fucking so useless in the entire movie. Like that nigga was a dweeb. He didn't offer no support, no help. He was like, it was literally, why are you even, like, why are you with Rose? Why is Rose with you? You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Rose doesn't even beat the curse. She actually ends up setting herself on fire right in front of the detective, continuing the curse. But that's not even the scariest part of this whole movie. You want to know what is? I have to call my ex? Yeah, man, fuck that. 9 out of 10 would yell again.
And then you just tell her how much you hate her.
This movie actually scarred me for life. I'm not gonna lie. This woman, Jessie, and
it sounded familiar, and now it's starting to come back to me. So this is the movie with the woman who was going on a cabin retreat with a dude, and they was trying to get kinky. They was trying to get freaky deaky. They was trying to get freaky deaky. And then I think she got handcuffed to the bed. This nigga literally has a heart attack mid-stroke. Like, come on, gang. Do you not do your cardiovascular exercises or something? But yeah, he has a stroke, and then she ends up just staying handcuffed to the bed. And then a whole bunch of just random shit. Like, I don't know. I think he won't fill us in.
This dude, Gerald, are married. And when it comes to getting freaky in the sheets, they're lacking. So to try to rekindle their spark in their relationship, they decide to venture to an isolated lake house. I'm talking handcuffs. I'm talking dirty talk. I'm talking the whole 9 yards. But over the course of this, Jessie is like, hey.
Get your stinking ass off of me.
This causes Gerald and Jessie to get into yet another heated argument. But it even gets worse because this argument causes Gerald to die right in front of Jessie, who is stuck in the handcuffs. No key, no food, no water, completely alone. It only gets worse as a stray dog starts feasting on Gerald's body right in front of her. But it's not over because, of course, she starts to hallucinate her dead husband, who actually just starts rage baiting her from the afterlife. Alongside her rage-baiting dead husband, we see all of the awful things that have happened to Jessie in her life. But that's not the worst of it, because as nightfall approaches, I'm just gonna let you guys watch this one.
Who are you?
Fuck that. Nah, see, this what I be talking about, right? When you with somebody, bro, don't ever no matter how kinky they are, no matter how so far off the sexual deep edge these niggas are, don't never convince nobody to handcuff you. You're like, no, we're not doing that, because in no circumstance am I ever going to be handcuffed and then say you pass out, say you pass away, you perish right in front of me, and I'm fucking stuck somewhere. Especially in the middle of nowhere, gang. Are you retarded? See, this is why you don't play the handcuff shit. You don't.
What the fuck was that, bro? Seeing that pumps Jessie into overdrive, and she ends up slicing and dicing her own wrist to get out of those cuffs. Later at the end of the movie, it's revealed that that lanky, bald, Slender Man looking motherfucker was not a hallucination, and it was actually a real serial killer standing in the room with her. 10 out of 10 would scream again. Now, I said earlier that creepy ass kids and smiling demons are the two things you do not want to see in a horror movie. Well, since Smile did the second one, obviously Sinister does the first, and it does it well. Ethan Hawkeye is a true crime one-hit wonder writer in this movie, and he's looking for his next big break. So obviously this dude moves into the house of a family that was murdered back in the day, and he does not tell his family this information.
And that's rule number one. Rule number one. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's just like, you don't move nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You don't move nowhere that has a history of, I don't give a fuck if it's one person that died. I genuinely don't care. If your house has somebody that has passed away in it, it does not belong to nobody. That house has a fucking a spiritual realm doorway to the afterlife. You know what I'm saying? And they could access that portal at any time. I'm not, you think I'm trolling? I'm being dead ass. I'm not moving nowhere where somebody died in a house. That fucking soul is floating around from the living room to the kitchen to the bedroom. That house belongs to them. That's their house. That's their house.
Classic dumbass decision, but I digress. Sinister starts off pretty tame in the beginning, just some odd noises and maybe some stuff in the background. However, it all changes when Ethan Hawke discovers a box in the attic full of tapes. These tapes are old home movies with innocent names like Family Hanging Out or Barbecue 79. Now let me tell you something. These shits are not family friendly. About halfway through all of them bitches, it changes into raw footage of the whole fam getting clipped and shipped, getting hung, burning alive, drowning, and the absolute worst of them all. This jump scare is one of the only jump scares to truly get me in my years of watching horror movies. When I tell you I was this close to the screen, it caught me so off guard the first time watching it. After watching the tapes, everything starts to go downhill pretty quick, man. The son starts having night terrors, the daughter starts painting disturbing images on the wall, and an occult expert tells them that they are being hunted by a pagan deity named Bagul.
See, and at that point, you gotta throw the kids away. You gotta throw the kids away. Look, that's where it starts, right? Because it don't always start with the parents. It don't even start with the person who discovered the shit. But they start with the kids. The kids start drawing weird shit. They start saying weird shit. They start doing weird shit. At that point, when you notice, like, all right, you're clearly you're not my kid anymore. My kid was never drawing headless fucking dogs. My kids was never drawing these fucking these imaginary pixel fairy looking ass fucking things that's bleeding from the mouth. My kids weren't doing that. You're not my kid. I need to move. I need to send you to adoption, and then we need to start over. You know what I'm saying? Let's just start over.
So Ethan Hawke decides to cut his losses, say fuck this book, and GTFO from that house. Unfortunately, that's exactly what Bagul wants him to do. It's a little too late, and in a twist, it reveals that Bagul possesses the youngest of the family to kill everyone like the other kids from the evil tapes. 8 out of 10 would shriek again.
Hereditary is one of the movies that, like, I think I've seen it probably once or twice, but I don't remember how that shit go, like, at all. Like, I think I know it has the little girl, and then she ended up getting her shit split off because her head is out the window or some shit. I don't know, but everybody talk about it like it's one of the greatest horror movies of all time, which it probably is. But I gotta rewatch it. I gotta relock in with that one.
Hereditary isn't a movie that you will go into to be jump scared or anything like that. Well, I mean, maybe sometimes. But it's a different type of fear when watching this one. One that is arguably more scary than quick scares you'll get from other horror films. We start with Grandmama's death. The whole family takes it in a different way. Her daughter, Annie, is a little bit suspicious. Her granddaughter, Charlie, takes it pretty hard. And Peter and Steve, well, I mean, they don't really give a fuck.
We do not care.
Anyways, after the grandma's death, we see some slightly weird occurrences, well, occurring. Charlie is mutilating birds, Annie feels uneasy around the studio, and Peter begins to smoke some of that sweet, sweet nectar and hang out with his friends. Annie starts to feel like the family is growing distant from one another. So in an attempt to bring some joy back into life, she suggests that Peter let Charlie tag along with him to a party. At the party, Peter obviously gets straight away to what he came there to do, and Charlie, who's a pretty shy and awkward kid, kind of just like stands around, I guess. Until she spots some delicious looking cake. And like most of us would do, she grabs a slice of that cake. But Lady Luck is just not on this family's side, because the cake contains nuts, which Charlie is severely allergic to. In a panic, Peter rushes his sister to the hospital while she's fighting for her life in the backseat. And in an attempt to get some of that juicy oxygen, Charlie sticks her head out of the window of the car.
Big mistake, Morty.
And telephone pole.
God damn!
Still, to this day, one of the craziest turning points in any movie I've ever watched. If everything wasn't already going downhill, it does now. Peter and Annie absolutely hate each other. The father, Steve, is trying his best to not have his family fall apart, and Annie decides to do a little bit of digging into her mother's history. Finally, we discover a secret plan to transfer one of the 8 Kings of Hell, Paimon, into a human vessel. Peter hauls his ass into the attic to get away from his mom, but this ends up being the final domino. And the rest of the cult members are waiting for him. Peter tries to escape by jumping out of the window, but it's just too late. Peter gets possessed, and the movie ends with the cult celebrating the return of this dude. 11 out of 10. I'm scared. I hope.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That sound like y'all see my face, bro. That's one of the ones I'm gonna have to rewatch that. If not tonight, probably tomorrow. But that shit looks fucking crazy. I forgot it was the nuts. That's why I knew she stuck her head out the window. I just didn't remember why. But it was like, yeah, she was having an allergic reaction. That she got her shit split by the pole. Damn.
If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments what horror movies you find genuinely scary and what else you'd like me to talk about. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Damn, yeah, it's gonna be a good ass year for horror movies if you ain't tapped in. I'm telling you, if you're not tapped in with horror movies, you need to lock in this year. We already got some good shit. We got great shit coming. It's your boy RushMoreRick. If you enjoyed the reaction video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. We got more stuff to react to. Peace.